webinar. So I'm going to let everybody introduce yourselves as normal. We've got Kerry in the house. Kerry, hello, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Thanks, Sarah. I know I've recognised quite a few names that have come in already. Kerry from Clear Marketing, today representing Spice Island Beach Resort in Grenada.
Oh, excellent. And you've got a prize for us today, I believe.
I do, yes. A £50 voucher for Amazon. So that can be won by anybody.
Thank you very, very much. We've also got Andrea. Andrea, hello.
Hello. I'm Andrea Hind, also Clear Marketing alongside Kerry, and I look after Caesar's Palace Dubai. And our prize today is a 3-night stay at the hotel.
Oh, you've changed that.
I know.
Oh, that is a big change. Wow, that's an amazing prize.
Yeah, it's good. We want as many people to the hotel as possible. So yeah, we're making the most.
No, that is super. So brilliant. Okay, so you've got to listen very carefully, everybody. And then we've also got Katie. This is your first webinar you've done with us. Welcome.
It is. Thank you. Yes. Hello, I'm Katie. I work for Rev Tourism. We are based in Mauritius, although I'm sadly not based in Mauritius. But yes, I'm looking after the beautiful Lakaz Chamarel. So I'm excited to tell everybody about that. Super.
And you've got a prize for us today as well?
I do. So again, it's well, sadly it's not 3 nights. I feel a bit bad now. It's 1 night stay at Lakaz Chamarel on a half board. So yeah.
Super. Thank you very much. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start the journey today in Grenada with Spice Island. Kerry, over to you.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Sarah. Let's get started. Okay, thanks for joining everyone today. As Sarah said, there's quite a mix of different products today. So I'm going to start with the Caribbean and the amazing Spice Island Beach Resort in Grenada. Now, this is a new resort for us, actually. We started working with the resort in May this year, and I was fortunate enough to go out and stay. So I have been there recently, not that I'm bragging or anything. So for those of you that don't know the resort, Spice Island is probably it's certainly the most famous resort on Grenada, but it's definitely one of the most sought after. It is the only 5-diamond resort in Grenada. Now this resort is boutique luxury. There's only 64 rooms, so it is small, but it's a real focus on warm, genuine, intimate hospitality. It's on a beautiful beach, and actually the island of Grenada itself is amazing. Again, personally, I hadn't been there myself until this year, and really it is quite different to some of the other Caribbean islands. In terms of where our resort is located, we're only 10 minutes from the airport. It's a nice short transfer time, and within the area there's quite a lot of bars, restaurants, shopping, beach clubs. So there's quite a lot of things that you can do around the resort. Now Grenada itself, in terms of what you can do on the island, it is known as the Spice Island. So you think, you're going to, there are lots of markets you can go to. There's chocolate cocoa plantations, there's rum factories, there's waterfalls, there's outdoor excursions you can do, but also it's really, really good for diving as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a fly and flop destination. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. So as I said, Spice in itself, so Spice Island is the most luxurious resort on Grenada. As you can see here, just some of our awards, and it's certainly very well deserving of those awards. Now, an important thing to highlight is the ownership of the hotel. So the Spice Island Beach Resort is owned and managed by the Hopkin family. And many of you, I can see some of the names that are here today. You've been in the industry a long time, so you will have known Sir Royston Hopkin, who sadly passed a few years back now. But his daughter Janelle is now managing the resort, so she's the managing director, and we do still have our general manager Brian, who's been there for several years, but Janelle is now looking after things. So it has remained within the family, and whilst there's new energy and a new style, a little bit of a different approach, all of those things that you guess know and love from the original Spice Island is still there. For me, this slide is usually further down the presentation, but having now stayed at the resort, I think it's really important to talk about it early on. The family, the Spice family, the staff. I'm going to put it out there and say that I've experienced the best service and hospitality that I ever have when staying at this resort. The service is impeccable. It's intuitive from the minute that your guests arrive. nothing is too much trouble. You know, the staff are around, you continually see them around, but they're not bothering you. You know, they're very discreet. Then the general manager, Brian, makes a point of getting to know all of the guests by name. I sat in on a couple of meetings when I was there, and I heard him speaking with the senior team saying, well, you know, has anybody reached out to Andrea, for example? You know, do we know what Katie's doing today? So, you know, they really do want to know what everyone's up to, really intuitive, and as I said, thinking about things before you even know you need them. Now, when you arrive at the hotel, as I said, it's only 10 minutes from the airport, so it's a nice short transfer time. You arrive at the most beautiful setting, and because the flight, I'm talking about UK for now, when you arrive on the flight from the UK, it does touch down in either Barbados or St. Lucia first, so it's a little bit longer. It does take around 10 hours, but by the time that you arrive at the hotel, it is sunset, but it's very dramatic. It's beautiful, lush tropical gardens throughout, really crisp and clean and white, and very well looked after, and you will be met by one of the warm smiles of the staff. Now, of course, one of our biggest selling points is that this resort is on the famous Grand Anse beach. So this is a beautiful stretch of beach. As you can see, this is a genuine picture, no Photoshop. It's a long stretch of beach, it's a wide stretch of beach. And from here, so if you can see on this picture, Spice Island is right here on the beach. As you walk further up, you can walk all the way along to Silver Sands, which is one of the other luxury resorts in Grenada. It takes around 25 minutes to walk along. It's a really nice walk. There's a few hotels along the way, but also in the past 2 years, they've opened up a couple of beach clubs as well. So it's nice to go along there. Not that you need to, because this is a premium all-inclusive resort, so you don't need to go out, but it's nice to know that there is the option, and that is within walking distance. You can walk both sides of Grand Anse Beach, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's on the Caribbean side, you know, really calm waters. And because it's a small resort, it's spread out on around 8 acres, so there is quite a lot of space. Now, this is the look when you arrive at the hotel. You walk through this beautiful courtyard, and then you move on to the resort. So the resort itself, as I mentioned, it has only got 64 rooms. So it is boutique, and it's got one main pool. So this is the main pool we have on the resort. Several of the accommodations also have their own pool as well. But one thing I did notice when I was here, even though the occupancy was quite high, there was plenty of sun loungers around. So there's none of that fighting for a lounger or anything. Now, I think it's important to show you this image, because I'm going to go on next and talk about the room types, but it's important for me, I think, to highlight you've got two sides of this resort. The side you can see on the beach here is where over half of the room stock is directly on the ocean side, so half of the rooms are there. As you can see along the middle, you've got this path, so there's a path which runs throughout the resort, and the other accommodations are on the other side. So I'm going to call that the garden side, because if you have accommodations on that side, you are overlooking the gardens. Now, if you want kind of the best rooms in the house, the best views being by the ocean, then you do want to be on that side, the beach side. On the other side there, you're getting a little bit more privacy and seclusion. You forfeit the view a little bit, but there are some of the larger rooms on that side. So starting with the lead-in room then, this is our Oleander garden suite. Now, these are our lead-in rooms. Several of them offer 2 twin beds, but actually 2 queen beds. So we can offer these for families, they do interconnecting. You can slightly see from the balcony there the view. So you are looking on the back of one of the Seagrave suites there. Also on this side of the resort, we have some of our pool suites. So these are the Anthurium private pool suites. So they are suites, so they do have a separate living area, more spacious, and you have like a private walled area out here with a plunge pool. So then moving on to the other side. Now, these are my favourite, and I think if your guest budget does allow, I would definitely recommend going over to the Seagrave, because, as I said, over half of the room stock is within this category. And as you can see from the picture, they're directly on the beach. Beautiful accommodations. In all of the accommodations here, because this is 5-star, you know, it's luxury, it's everything you'd expect from a 5-star resort. Of course, you get your complimentary Wi-Fi, your air conditioning. Also, you get in White Company amenities, as well as an Alexa in all of the rooms. As you can see as well, literally right on the beach. So then coming back again onto the other side, we have some more pool suites. Now, these ones, I think these are quite good for honeymooners, because again, you get quite a bit more privacy on this side. And this is actually where I stayed, on the Royal Connection Pool Suite. So this is a true suite. You get a bedroom, a really big bathroom, separate living area, outdoor terrace, great for socialising, and also a really big pool as well. So this was the one I had. And then the best room in the house is similar to this, but on the other side. So again, I'm crossed between sides here. These are the Royal Suites on the beach, and these are the best rooms, the creme de la creme. Beautiful decor, as you can see, and because they are suites, again, you have that separate living area and dining area, that you are directly on the beach here. Now moving on to the food and beverage. Now when you arrive at the resort, as I said, you already saw the courtyard, so that was just set back behind. You have another courtyard here. You turn left, you have one restaurant. You turn right, you have the other restaurant. Now this is, as I said, a 64-room resort, so it does only have 2 restaurants. But what you do find here is that they do mix things up a little bit. So the Sea and Surf Terrace and Bar, this is where you'll have your lunch. So you'll go here every day for lunch. You can either sit facing the ocean, or you can step back. The food here is really, really good. So kind of think, they do like shrimp salad, they do rotis, so there's a bit of Caribbean flair in all of the food here, and they do use a lot of the Grenadian spices as well. So, you know, authentic Caribbean food here. Again, if you want to have a salad, if you want to have a sandwich, and that's the kind of food you'll get here for lunch. They do afternoon tea every day as well. I should say you will never go hungry at this resort, because every 2 hours they're thinking of another meal. You also have the bar in this area, so you can come here during the day, but also in the evening it's nice to come for a pre-dinner drink. Then Oliver's, now this is our main restaurant, which does breakfast and dinner. The breakfast is incredible. It is a la carte, but there is a buffet section as well, and it's all fresh local fruits. So you're not going to get things like strawberries here. What you will get is papaya, mango, and fruits which are grown on Grenada. Fresh yogurt with those lovely spices, lots of nutmeg and cinnamon, so you do get that. Lots and lots of choice. They also do all of the pastries and bread are made on the property as well, so each morning you have different pastries with different fruits. They're really, really delicious. So breakfast is over here, but then also is dinner. Now dinner, 5 of the 7 nights a week is a 7-course taster menu. So, you know, when I said you don't go hungry here, the food is incredible. It's gourmet cuisine. It's out of this world. Now what I would say is, if you are staying for, you know, 10, 14 nights, what I would say is that because the staff are so accommodating here, if your guests don't want to have 7 courses every night, if you want to dip out of some of those, or if you just want to have some seafood, steak, rice, salad, whatever you want, really nothing is too much trouble, even if you order off the menu. What I found when I stayed here is that no is not really an answer. So you know, they will go above and beyond to do whatever you want. Now they're really great for catering for dietary requirements as well. So I mentioned 5 of the nights being the 7-course taster menu. You have a barbecue on the other evening, and then there's a Caribbean night on the other one. But you know, I can't talk about the food enough, because it's absolutely incredible, and it's all premium branded drinks as well. So it's top shelf liquors, it's sparkling wine, it's all of your cocktails. This is premium, all inclusive. We've got a lovely little spa here, so Janissa Spa. So you might have noticed in my beginning slide when I spoke about Janelle, so Janelle's name forms part of the name of the spa. So Janissa is Janelle and Narissa, so the 2 Hopkins sisters. So the name is merged together for the spa. This is a really lovely little spa. It really exceeded my expectations, if I'm honest, because whilst it's quite small, it's got everything that you'd want. You've got this lovely relaxation area, you've got treatment rooms, couples and singles. But my favourite part was here, they've got this great manicure station where they do, you know, gel manicures and pedicures, and the girls in there are really, really lovely. There's also a gym as well, and in terms of activities, non-motorised water sports, of course, are included. We've also got lovely tennis courts here as well. We do also offer complimentary golf at one of the golf clubs, which is a little bit off-site. We've also now have a yoga pavilion as well. So the yoga is really lovely to do. It's done at about 7 o'clock in the morning, a few mornings a week, and it only costs $20 to do. So I definitely recommend doing that. And then, of course, off-site, I've mentioned some of the things that you can do, but diving really is a big thing in Grenada. There's some amazing dive sites here, and we also have the famous underwater sculpture park as well. So I'd recommend giving that a go. This is a family-friendly resort, so year-round we have a complimentary kids club. The Nutmeg Pod is really, really good. Perfect for children of all ages. It does start from age 3, but the children have to be properly trained, which is a given for most resorts. But they do a teen program, and also during Easter, summer, and Christmas, when there's more children, they do movie nights, babysitting. So it is a very family-friendly resort. Additionally, it's a great choice for weddings as well. You know, if you do want to have a Caribbean wedding, if it's just the 2 of you, or if you want to bring friends and family, then, you know, of course, that is an option too. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you learned a little bit about Spice Island. And just as you can see here on the slide, it is now represented by us at Clear Marketing. Do feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. Thank you very much.
Super, thank you very much, Kerry. I think you've got a lot of envy going on, and especially when you're talking about the food, everybody wants to go. So thank you for the great presentation. We're now moving away from Grenada in the Caribbean, and we're moving to the Indian Ocean, and we've got Katie in Mauritius, or not Mauritius, but nearly. You're nearly in Mauritius. Katie, you're on mute at the moment, so you'll just have to unmute yourself, and the stage is yours. There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent. All right. So yes, as I said, we are heading over to Mauritius. So let me just share with you my presentation. Hopefully you can all see that. Okay. All right. So I am talking about, so this is, we're definitely a different kind of luxury. So this is a luxury of your surroundings, you know, it's the luxury of nature, but of course, as you can see, the luxury of having a private pool as well. So much, something a little bit different in Mauritius. I'm sure most of you will, you know, if you're selling Mauritius holidays, it's going to be a beach holiday, but Lakaz Chamarel is not on the beach. We are actually located in the valley of Chamarel. We're a sort of a very short walk from the little village up there. And we're about 15 minutes from Lemon Beach. So we're up in the mountains of Mauritius. So really, who is this suitable for? It's a twin center. So if you're doing a lovely, you know, if your clients are staying at a beautiful beach hotel in Mauritius, but maybe somebody wants to do something a bit more exciting, a little bit more, you know, they want to get out in nature, maybe see a bit more of actual Mauritius rather than just being on the beach the whole time. This makes a fantastic twin center. Maybe having 3 or 4 nights at the beginning or the end of your trip works fantastically. It really goes well with all, you know, if they're staying in an amazing 5-star hotel, to come to this is absolutely brilliant. So as you can see here, we're about 15 minutes from Lemon Beach. We do have a shuttle service that runs down to the beach if your clients do want to be visiting the beach, although I'm sure in their other hotel as well. And of course, the reason that you're coming here, it's all about the local, the indigenous flora and fauna that you can see in the area and in the property itself. So let's have a little look. So we are a eco lodge. We are a luxury eco lodge, but we are an eco lodge nonetheless. We started life basically as it was the couple that built it basically wanted it as their own home, and just spread, and they just wanted to really share this beautiful location with the rest of the world. But it is still a pretty well kept secret. Most people don't know it's there. It's exceptionally difficult to find if you're not being taken there by your transfer. So it really, you know, like you really are just so incredibly secluded and surrounded by nature. Now, in terms of what is nearby, so Chamarel, you might find that your clients are looking to go to Chamarel on a day trip anyway. There is quite a lot going on in Chamarel. You have the rummery over here, which would be, you know, that's where I spend my time. I do love a bit of local rum, and you can go and do rum tastings and see how they make rum from the sugarcane over there. A bit like in Grenada, I'm pretty sure they probably make some rum there as well. We also have the 7 coloured earths, which you can also visit, a bit of a natural wonder. And also on the natural wonders, we have the beautiful Shamrow Waterfall. So this is all walkable from the lodge. With the waterfall, you can walk up to a viewing point, no problem. If you want to be a little bit more adventurous and actually walk all the way down and have a swim in the waterfall, you can. You just need to go with a guide, which is provided by our lovely staff. So that's what you would do in Chamarel. So let's have a little look at the kind of layout. I'm sorry, I know this is not the most inspiring of maps, but don't worry, we'll get onto the beautiful pictures shortly. This gives you a little idea about how it's laid out though. So first of all, we have our sort of main lodge area here. This is where the restaurant is, as well as one of our little shared pools. So this shared pool is for access for these 3 suites here. So we're not talking about a whole property. This is just for these three rooms here. We then have another 4 rooms here, or 4 suites that have access to this shared pool. And then every other villa on the property has its own private pool. So we are 20 villas in total, 20 rooms in total. So very, very small property, really boutique. This area here, it's all about meditation and yoga. So we'll have a little look at that shortly. So, as I said, 20 rooms in total, 3 of our standard rooms, 4 suites. The rest of them are pool suites. It just depends where they're located and what their view is. We'll have a little look at those shortly. They have all just been renovated during COVID. They've done a lovely soft renovation, and they are all individually decorated. Our owner, Virginie, she did everything. She designed it all herself. It's very, very in keeping with the location. You'll see here beautiful 4-poster beds with mosquito nets. We don't have air conditioning. That is part of being an eco lodge, but it's also not really necessary in this area. It's much cooler up in the mountains. You'll see as well, we have lovely outdoor bathrooms, and it just really is, you're coming here to surround yourself with nature. So let's have a little look at those rooms. So each category of rooms is a certain theme. So our standard rooms, those are the 3 rooms that are nearest the lodge. These are materials. So we have wood, bamboo and metal. So each room is themed around that. Now, these are the only rooms that are just suitable for 2 adults. We do allow children, but only age 8 and upwards. It's really not, we don't have a kids club or anything like that. We're so small, but children are more than welcome once they are over 8 years old. It's mostly a safety thing with the pools and things like that. So our next category is our 4 beautiful suites. I feel like it's a vibe. They're named after a vibe, maybe Namaste, Zen. Anyway, as you can see, really beautiful. This amazing outdoor bathtub. Excuse me, I love it. So yeah, this is the ones that are surrounding this lovely pool here. Then we are, excuse me, moving on to our mountain and pool garden suites. So these ones, now, of course, everything has a pool, and it depends what you're looking at. So whether you're looking at the mountains or the garden. And these are named after either fictional Mauritian characters or indigenous trees. So that's what the theming is for these ones. And you can see here, 95 square meters. So really, really large and beautiful, beautiful pools attached. So then we have our beautiful sea view suites. So these, as the name would suggest, are sea view, looking out over the mountains and the ocean, because, you know, we are up in the mountains, but you are still high enough that you are seeing that beautiful ocean there. Again, slightly larger, again, 110 square meters, really beautiful pool area. So yeah, absolutely stunning. And our very top room category is exclusive suite, and it is called Piton Cano. This is Piton Cano here. I'm sure if you've been to the Caribbean, you will know that a lot of the little conical mountains are called pitons, and it's the same in Mauritius. So a little bit of a similarity there with the Caribbean. And yeah, as you can see, this is our biggest suite by far. It's an absolutely stunning one. We've got this little extra kiosk here where you can have some drinks and watch the sunset. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, in terms of board basis, so generally this is sold as half board. That's what's encouraged. So you have your full breakfast and dinner included. Dinner will generally be, you know, what the chef has been able to get at the local market that day. You know, because it is such a small property, it's very much a, like they'll sort of do it, based on seasonality, based on what's available. So it will vary regularly. It's going to change all the time, basically. There is lunch available if clients wish to purchase it, not a problem at all. But they really do encourage you to get out into Chamarel, because there's a lot to do in Chamarel. There's a lot to see. There's also lovely little local lunch places to go as well. So definitely worth visiting Chamarel Village. We do have a site, and of course, as I mentioned earlier, yoga and meditation, that's a real sort of key to this property. It's hard not to want to relax and surrounded by this nature, but they do have yoga classes running, and yeah, it's definitely something that is a big sort of part of this property. Around the property itself, you are surrounded by nature, so there's lots of walking trails, biking trails. You can rent bikes and take those out and cycle around. Cycling in Mauritius is very popular. But of course you can do all the other normal attractions in Mauritius. Golf is very popular there, so we can organise you to go off and do that as well. So really whatever you want to do, but it's all about embracing and being in nature. We do also have a couple of additional add-ons if your clients really don't want to particularly leave and go to Chamarel. So we can include lunch, taking it up to full board essentially, with a few sort of little pastries, a few more drinks included, as well as your bikes with picnic baskets that you can take out if you wanted to be a little bit more adventurous. Another package that also then includes a bit of a massage at the spa, as well as canapes. But to be honest, for the most part, half board is what most people will be booking. So that is a little bit of an introduction to Lakaz Chamarel. Hopefully that gives you an idea. As I said, it's probably not somewhere that you're going to spend your whole holiday, but it is absolutely perfect as an add-on to another a Mauritius beach holiday. So there we go.
Thank you very much, Katie. I've not stayed here, but I have seen the hotel, and the views are just absolutely breathtaking. I think my favourite room was the sea view suite with the pool and the views over the sea. The sea's so blue. You've got the green of all the trees and the pitons and everything in it. Yeah, it's wow. So I need to go. Okay, going. So one of you lucky devils is going to be winning a one-night stay here on Half Board. Okay, so a big thank you, and we're going to now move over to Dubai, and we've got Andrea. Andrea, hello.
Hello. Let me share my screen quickly so you can see my presentation. So yeah, we've been all around the world today. So I'm just going to be bringing you some of the information and luxury aspects of Caesar's Palace Dubai. Now, I don't know whether any of you are particularly au fait with the hotel. A lot of people that I've been speaking to over the last few months have heard of Caesar's Palace Dubai, probably because it is a sister property to Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. But a lot of people have asked me, I don't know where you are in Dubai. So it's just kind of giving you a little bit of an update on all of that. But this particular hotel is a new kid on the block from a Dubai perspective, and we actually opened at the end of 2018. And for any of you who are familiar with Dubai, we are situated on the end of Blue Waters Island, and Blue Waters Island is a new man-made exclusive development that was many years in the making. And it's actually connected via a pedestrianised footbridge over to Jumeirah Beach Road. So it is a fantastic community within itself on the island. And we are at the site of Ain Dubai. So this big wheel that you can see in the picture, this is the world's largest observation wheel. Of course, it's the largest, it's Dubai, but it's quite incredible. So wherever you are in Dubai, whether you're in downtown or you're on the Palm or you're in the marina or wherever you are, and you see Ain Dubai, that is the site of Caesar's Palace. That is exactly where we're located. So a lot of people say to me, well, you know, how are you any different to any other of the other Dubai and five-star properties, for example? And there's quite a few differences. The main selling points for me, number one is location. So as I mentioned, we're based on the end of Blue Waters Island, but the island itself is a community and is home to bars and restaurants and boutiques and coffee shops and patisseries and family entertainment venues, and everything is within walking distance of the hotel. So I was actually at the hotel in February time. And I stayed a couple of nights in each of the towers that we have on property. And to be able to walk out of the hotel, walk to Ain Dubai, walk to these bars and restaurants and see the lights in the skyline of Dubai of the evening, and then walk over to the bridge, over to JBR and Dubai Marina, and then be able to walk all the way back without getting in a taxi was absolutely brilliant. And for me, that was such a unique selling point. It was a major plus. A lot of the hotels that are featured on the Palm, for example, you're kind of stuck there unless you get in a taxi and you spend 40 minutes getting on and off the Palm. So we are a completely different offering. We are a beach resort within the city, and we are very much a 5-star experience. And a lot of people say, but I don't really understand the fact that it's Caesars in Dubai. And I'm like, yes, it is a sister property to the hotel in Vegas, but it's very much an elevated luxury experience with a massive difference, which is the fact that we don't have a casino, because obviously that is illegal in the UAE. It's, you know, we can't gamble or anything like that. So it's, from a branding perspective, really good to be in Dubai with a lot of different brands that you see across the city as well. And to give you a little bit of an idea as well, a lot of people say, well, what other hotels are in your comp set? So I would say, from just a hotel in general, a concept would be Jumeirah Beach Hotel, Jumeirah Al Naseem, Waldorf Astoria on the Palm, the Ritz-Carlton JBR, for example. But from our suite product and from a suite perspective, our comp set is Mandarin Oriental, the Four Seasons, and Bulgari. So we have different comp sets, which is interesting, but we really are up there in the 5-star luxury market in Dubai. And we recently won the Forbes Travel Guide 5-star A Diamond Award for service. We're one of only 4 other hotels in all of Dubai to win this. So the hotel team were absolutely celebrating as can be, as you can imagine. The staff is 800 strong at this hotel. And it just goes to show that all of their hard work had paid off when we won this award. So yeah, it's a really fantastic offering for clients that span families to couples looking for a romantic escape, for stopover business. So a few nights maybe staying in Dubai at this hotel before moving on to the Indian Ocean or Australia, for example. We get that a lot. As well as business and leisure travelers. We really do offer an opportunity for all of those kinds of different clients. So as I mentioned, I've already touched upon Blue Waters Island, and it really is a charming island setting. And something again that really struck me as well was that when you're at the hotel and when you're on the island, there's no construction. So we have this incredible stretch of beach that looks out onto the Arabian Gulf, and there is no construction in sight, which is amazing. And something that I really thought, oh, this is a real wowzer property. We are a lively island escape, and you'll find that across the property, we have lots of Romanesque flourishes that are really dictating back to the Caesars Palace brand. So some parts of the hotel are really Instagrammable and really, it's just very, very cool. It's a modern experience with beautiful pool areas. We have 5 temperature control pools on property. And then we have the beach, which is right there. So you can be at the pool and within 5 steps be on the beach. And I love the fact that you can have both experiences and everything is so close together, which is marvelous. I just wanted to show you this very quick video to give you an idea of where we are. Don't worry, there isn't any sound. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea of where we are, what the hotel looks like. The footprint, it looks like from these pictures, it looks massive and it looks overwhelming. But when you're on property, it's been cleverly designed so everything is very easy to navigate. The journey through the hotel to different towers and things like that is really, really easy. And that stretch of beach that you can see in this picture is completely private. It's 500 meters, beautiful stretch of beach. So it's gated on either end, so we don't get random people kind of just strolling onto property. And something else which I really loved, especially for Dubai, was that I was walking over to a meeting one afternoon, walking literally across the beach, and I could see people body surfing in on the waves. And I was like, I can hear the waves. And then of an evening, sat on the beach having a couple of cocktails, listening to the waves. And I thought that is quite rare for Dubai. And I love the fact that we have this stretch of beach, which is beautiful, a really turquoise blue. You really do feel like you're in the Middle East. And it really is a fantastic experience. Now, this particular slide I wanted to concentrate on because we have two different towers at the hotel. And it's important to realize where to put each client that you may have. So the Palace Tower, so everything that you can see in brown, is very much geared up for couples, I would say in their mid to late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It demands a higher price point because it's chic, it's elegant, it's sophisticated, it's really high-end luxury. The arrival experience is amazing. You get dropped off from your private transfer into this incredible area at the front of the hotel. And you see Ain Dubai behind you, all lit up in all different colors. It's incredible. And then just the arrival experience is spacious, very, very luxurious. And the staff on property are fantastic. So it's a really welcoming arrival experience. The Julius Tower, so everything that you can see in blue, is very much geared up for families with children of all ages. So the Julius Tower and that arrival experience is vibrant, it's colourful, it's energetic, it's very, very different to the Palace Tower. And everything within the Julius Tower is very much geared up for families. So that's where you'll find the kids clubs. We have one for younger children, 3 to 12, and then we have a teenagers club, which is 13 to 17. And they're both located just off from the pool area. And then the water sports centres just off from the pool at the Julius Tower. So everything, again, has been well thought out for the clients in mind. And when I was on property, because I thought to myself, well, if I'm staying at the Palace Tower, for example, I might want to go and sit around by the pool at the Julius Tower. And clients and guests are very free to go and do that. But on property, I found that organically and very, very naturally, people were just gravitating to the areas that they felt most comfortable in. So at the Palace Tower, you did see couples enjoying drinks around by the pool. You saw groups of friends just hanging out. And then at the Julius Tower, around the Fortuna pool, which is family focused, there was kiddies and babies splashing around in the water, and everyone was very comfortable over there. So it just seems to be like, it just works itself out very, very naturally. And then in the middle of the resort, so everything that you can see in white is our on-site beach club called Cove Beach. And over the last couple of years, it's really gained a name for itself. And Cove Beach is a really chic and elegant beach club. It does play music all day, every day. But at 8 o'clock in the evening, the music comes down to a lounge level. So we don't have any rowdy kind of pool parties in the evening or anything like that. We tend to have DJs and things playing during the day. And it's a very, very cool vibe. And they also have their own stretch of beach, which is cornered off by a security guard to ensure that we don't get kids and teenagers kind of wandering into that area. And it's very, very Instagrammable. So wherever you look from a perspective on property, you have really cool angles. So you've got the very kind of boxy shape of the hotel, you've got the wheel Ain Dubai behind you, then you've got the skyline of Dubai itself. It's quite an incredible location. Now we're just 30 minutes from the airport, so it's really, really quick and easy. And then from a stay perspective, so the Julius Tower, 301 rooms and suites. We do have lead-in, but obviously this is a luxury webinar, so we do have some beautiful suites on property that have this stunning ocean view. We have beautiful interiors. There's nothing that hasn't been thought about. So everything in the rooms, you won't find any paper. Everything is iPad or touchscreen. And you get given a WhatsApp number from concierge and the front desk when you check in, and they are at your service and you're beck and called 24 hours a day. There isn't anything they can't do. And we do get some really crazy requests, as you can imagine. But every room type at the hotel has a balcony with furniture on the balcony. floor to ceiling windows, so it lets in loads and loads of light. And there's really cool little features in the rooms. And I found that I was looking on a site visit through one of the rooms in one of the suites that I was in, and I noticed that in the walk-in kind of wardrobe area there was a little kind of blow dryer, and it was for your nails. It was to dry your nails. So I was like, only in Dubai there's lots of lovely little features like this. But something to bear in mind is that if you have families on property, so obviously in the Julius Tower it's geared up for families, a bit more of a resort feel, and we do guarantee interconnecting rooms at the time of booking. But our room configurations are 2+1 up to the age of 12 in the Julius Tower. So we do tend to, that's why we can guarantee interconnecting rooms, or families can book the family suite, which in essence is 2 interconnecting rooms. But the suites are huge, as you can see. So beautiful kind of home away from home, beautiful living areas with amazing views out to the Arabian Gulf. Yeah, just really, really lovely accommodations. Then the Palace Tower. So as I mentioned, this is for more couples, groups of friends, a little bit more of an adult theme, and it's very kind of masculine in look and feel. I loved the Palace Tower. I love the fact that half of the room was the bathroom, his and her sinks, beautiful roll top bars in the windows. It was just gorgeous. And something that we can actually do at the Palace Tower, I think it's on floors 2 and 3, you can actually, it's called the Palace Collection, which means that you can block off half of the hallway. So if you have a large family group or groups of friends and they need 7 or 8 rooms, for example, they can book all the rooms next to each other. This is on request, by the way. But then we shut the main hallway doors. So it means that they have that half a wing all to themselves, and it's just one family or one group of friends, for example. And it's something that we can do, and it's actually quite popular. And it's just a bit of a unique feature of the hotel. But we do offer the suites at the Palace Tower as well. And then obviously presidential suites, so 2 and 3 bedrooms. And if you have guests or clients that are looking for something even larger, they do interconnect into king and twin rooms as well to make the footprint of the rooms or the suite even bigger. And the presidential suites have wraparound balconies, beautiful views, and they also have jacuzzis as well. So yeah, there isn't anything that you can't do in these presidential suites. They're absolutely stunning, and they are only located in the Palace Tower. Now we do have one royal suite which sits bang slap in the middle of the Palace Tower as well. It's absolutely enormous, multi-bedroomed. It's actually really popular, and we have guests that have quite long stays in this particular suite, would you believe? But yeah, everything, very modern interiors, all the kind of bells and whistles that you would expect from a royal suite in a hotel in Dubai. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then as well at the hotel, we do offer residences and apartments for bigger groups. So obviously this is great for families, and we offer 1, 2, 3 and 4 bed apartments. This building is situated just 1 block back from the hotel, but they have direct connection into the hotel. They can use all of the facilities and amenities on site. They do have their own pool at this property with a lifeguard, but it offers a massive kitchen, living area. It's a real home away from home. So these are excellent for longer stays as well. And again, these are very popular with larger groups and larger families, or a couple of families wanting to travel together, for example. So you can see the connection to the hotel here. So it's nice and easy, and just something extra that we offer at the hotel. Now, as I mentioned, we do have 2 kids clubs at the Julius Tower. Empire, it's just incredible, colourful, vibrant. The kids club staff are absolutely amazing. They have a lot of activations on property, like live like a Caesar, you can work like a gladiator, all of these kind of really fun activations. And then Rome is the teenagers club, which is very much geared up for the millennial teenager, very high tech, just a really cool space to hang out. And then certain months of the year they get taken onto the beach for volleyball and tug of war and all of those kind of really fun games. So there's a lot for teenagers to do on property. And then just steps away from this is the water sports centre, which is directly off of the beach, and we offer all kinds of different activities as well. So it's a really fun place to be. And then Cove Beach, I know I've already mentioned this, but something to doubly mention. If you're staying at the Palace Tower or the Julius Tower, for example, and you're thinking, do you know what, I really want to spend a day at the beach club, guests on property get complimentary access every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday. And then Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, there's a small fee, and it's 150 dirhams per person to be allowed into the beach club, because obviously it's open to the public. So people book online to book their slots at Cove Beach. So it's just something to bear in mind. And then for dining, so from a luxury perspective, the dining is incredible on property. We are home to Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen. He has his restaurant at Caesar's Palace in Vegas, and he came over to Dubai and opened the same thing in Dubai. We do offer these spectacular Saturday brunches as well. So it's a really fun restaurant. It's energetic. The food is absolutely fantastic. And it's just a really wonderful place to hang out of an evening for dinner. Demon Duck. This is a 3 Michelin starred chef called Alvin Young. He actually opened this restaurant back in March to wide acclaim, and it's getting rave reviews, and it's literally just steps from Hell's Kitchen. And this is all at the Palace Tower on the ground floor, situated by the pool. So everything is very, very easy to get around, but the food is absolutely insane. But yeah, this restaurant is called Demon Duck, Chinese Pan Asian. Then we had Takahisa. We only have 41 covers, but a beautiful Japanese restaurant situated at the Palace Tower as well. And then Venus, which is our Italian, which is part of the half board, is situated at the Julius Tower. And of an evening, this particular restaurant is in a location at the hotel which overlooks the Dubai skyline. So you have AIM Dubai, the Dubai skyline, twinkly lights in the trees. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful outlook, and the food is to die for. And then Bacchanal, this is where everybody on property will come and have breakfast. It's a really large space, and at certain times of the year, so during the winter months when it's cool enough to sit outside, everyone will be enjoying breakfast around by the pool at the Julius Tower, and the food is exceptional. And then of an evening, this is also part of the half board, and it's a French brasserie restaurant. Havana Social Club, a very cool Cuban inspired cocktail bar. This is where you can smoke Cuban cigars as well. It's great for sundowners. It's great for pre-dinner drinks or post-dinner drinks, for example. And it's located around by the pool at the Palace Tower. It's just a very, very cool place to hang out. And then the Roman Lounge, one of my favorite places on property. This was really hidden away off the lobby and the check-in area at the Palace Tower. You go through a set of doors onto this incredible terrace with beautiful views for sunset. And of an evening, they bring the shishas, the champagne, and everybody's just kind of relaxing after a day in the sun. It's a beautiful space, and it's elevated, so it offers incredible views. And then obviously it is Dubai, 5-star luxury. We have beautiful pool areas. The Neptune Pool and Bar offers food and drink. It's all butler service. So as you sit down, you get a little buzzer, which is on your table next to you. And the butlers are kind of working their way around the pool area, taking people's drinks and food order. You can eat around the pool, you can drink around the pool, or you can sit at the restaurant round by the pool and have lunch. They have incredible sushi, and it's just a very cool place to hang out. It makes for amazing people watching. And then Fortuna, this is the pool area at the Julius Tower. So you'll find a lot of the families, kids splashing around in this area. And then the beach is literally where I'm sitting. It's literally just behind you. It's so, so close. And then K Spa, beautiful award-winning spa located at the Palace Tower. As you can imagine, we have some incredible, treatments on offer. Beverly Hills Vitamin Therapy, and then Young London, so some very cool brands from LA and London that they've started selling at the hotel. And it's a very, very beautiful spa experience. It's a huge spa. So yeah, it's very much, we always recommend booking in a spa treatment when you're in Dubai, especially when you're on that kind of holiday. It's just really good to relax. And then we have the fitness center as well, which is located at the Palace Tower. So all of that adult stuff is located at the Palace Tower, and all of the family kind of children focused stuff is located at the Julius Tower. And then we have the beach club right in the middle. So it's nice and easy to navigate, as I mentioned. So that's it. That's Caesar's Palace Dubai in a nutshell. But any questions, let me know. And of course, And I always forget to mention this, Sarah, don't I? Please log your bookings onto the My Booking Rewards platform that we have. You know, this is where you can redeem free stays and things like that. So we want as many of you to come and experience this property as possible. So please do. But any questions, just let me know.
I think you've got 61 of us that are quite happy to go tomorrow. Yeah. So can we sort it out?
No, I think we should do an enormous fam trip, don't you?
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
Oh, wow, you've made me hungry. You've made me want to jump in the pool. You've even made me want to go to the kids and teen clubs. So, and I don't like kids normally. So yeah, all full of fun and games. So no, great hotel. The more I see sort of details on the hotel, the more I fall in love with it, and especially those restaurants. Wow, this is a proper foodies place.
Yeah.
So yeah, perfect twin centre with Mauritius.
Oh yeah, that looked amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the most flights to Mauritius, if you're not going direct, you're going to go via Dubai. So absolutely.
Let's do it.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, we have got a couple of questions. I know that we have lost Kerry. She's had to go and pick the kids up, but we've got she's answered all of her questions already. And if there are any extras, Andrea, you know Spice Island very well as well, don't you? So you can pick those up. So a question for you, Andrea. Sheila's asked, is Caesars suitable for small children? Yes. I think you've just answered that in the presentation. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a learning centre, or Deborah, I think you mean, is it like an e-learning? So we can sharpen knowledge. You don't have a training programme, do you?
No, we don't, not yet. It's something that we're looking into, but yeah, not yet, we don't.
Okay, super. We've also got a request for when you do your follow-up to everybody, can you send the video or a link that people can download it for their social media and things?
Yeah, for sure, no worries.
Super. Jason's asked, do guests get primary entrance to the beach club?
No, they have to book it via the concierge. So when you're on property and, for example, you've decided you're like, tomorrow I want to go to the beach club, they would need to book it through the concierge. And as I mentioned, if it's a Monday, Tuesday or Thursday, it's complimentary access. They just can go straight in. But if it's a Wednesday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday, it's 150 dirham per person supplement.
Okay. How much is that in pounds approximately?
Oh, I think it's like £30.
Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. And they're the days to go where you've got the big vibe. Yeah. Eric has asked, the twin beds, are they for 1 or 2?
They're for 2. They're huge.
Okay.
Good question.
And also she's asked, how do you book for the connecting rooms? I think that was a really interesting proposal that you put forward there.
Yeah, so I think if you are looking to, you've booked 2 rooms and you want to interconnect, you can either come through me directly and I can put you in touch with the hotel, or there should be an email to say that you can book, like, stay as a particular email address, and it goes through to the reservations team on property, and they ensure that that interconnection is guaranteed for you.
Okay.
The best thing to do is to come through me.
Okay, super. And you're going to send a follow-up anyway, so that is all good. Okay, we don't have any more questions, so now we're going to see who's been listening. So do you want me to ask Kerry's question, Andrea?
Yeah, you can do, yeah.
Okay, so the lovely Kerry from Spice Island Beach Resort, she's left a question for us. So if everybody can make sure they go to chat and make sure that the drop down is everybody. As I say, every single person on this webinar today is entered into the spin to win. The people who answer with the fastest finger correctly, they will get 10 entries into the spin to win. So you do have a much more enhanced chance of winning. So Kerry's question is, what is the name of the beach? Do I even need to finish? That the hotel is located on. Okay, so we have got Carol, you never even let me finish my sentence. Okay, so Carol, you were the first person, and it is, of course, Grand Anse Beach. And the beach is absolutely stunning there as well. Okay, so Katie.
Wow, okay. I don't know, mine might be a bit too tricky. Let's see. How many rooms does Lakaz Chamarel have?
I know this.
Oh, lots of people were paying attention. Excellent.
Okay, so have we all finished? Oh, we're all still going. What is the correct answer, Katie?
It is in fact 20, which is what most people I think have put.
Okay, so Charlie Delahaye, you was the first person with the correct answer. Just writing all of these names down. And last but not least, Andrea.
So this is a bit of a tough question, but we'll see how it goes. So what is the name of the 3 Michelin-starred chef that opened a new restaurant in March of this year? Or just the name of the restaurant. Just give me the name of the restaurant.
Oh, that's easy peasy.
So someone said it. It is Demon Duck.
Yeah. So we've got, I'm just going up to the top. We have got, it was Charlie again with the first correct answer, but you already entered. So the next correct answer is Sam.
Well done. You've won yourself 3 nights.
No, everybody's entered into the prize draw.
Oh, sorry,
and
yes.
Picked.
Beg your pardon, I'm getting ahead of myself there.
Getting so excitable. But yeah, that restaurant looks awesome. And it's Alvin. Is it Alvin?
Alvin Young.
Alvin
Yeah.
Chung. Did anybody get that? Let's see. No, got the name of the restaurant. Oh, yeah, Alex. He got it. Alvin Lung. Yeah, perfect.
Well done.
Okay, I hope you've all enjoyed today's webinar. It has been super duper. We've had some brilliant product on. Don't forget, guys, these people that are sat in front of you today, they're trade friendly. They want to work with you. Anything that you need, reach out to them. I will send a follow-up with the recording so you can watch it afterwards, and the contact details will be there for everybody. Keep sending us your bookings, keep logging them. You can also log Katie's hotel on My Indian Ocean Rewards. And we will see you all next week. I think we've got the Caribbean Corner next week. So a big thank you, everybody. And we'll see you all very, very soon. Keep rolling with those bookings. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.